You are watching a multi-part series. This is chapter 4. So if you want to start with chapter 1, I think you ought to click right here. Cool. Chapter 4, Ubiquity. Where the fuck have you been? Hooper was steadily increasing his already sizable bar tab when I got back from my adventure with Jasmine. This time he was drinking a gin gimlet. He waved it back and forth at arm's length, eyeing it suspiciously, like the glass was trying to get away from him. Classic Hooper style. The bartender waved hello with a knowing smile and half a wink. I shot her a glance and a smirk as I asked to close my tab. "Where'd Plaid Skirt go?" I asked Hooper. "Private dance. I think I'm going to buy the next one. Where's Flametop?" "Cleaning up. She's off for the night. Mind if I give you a call for a ride in the morning?" "Are you fucking serious right now, dude?" he asked with a devilish grin. "Yeah, man. For reals." "Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Find out if the curtains match the drapes." I heard her voice behind me all of a sudden. "Don't worry. He won't. And they don't." She came up behind me and crossed her arms around my chest. She kissed the back of my head. The temptress. I watched Hooper's eyes get really big as he saw it. Oh my God. No way. You're way too hot for him. Leave this place at once. She laughed and made a pouty face at Hooper. For a second, I thought she might go full bore and stick out her tongue. "What's the matter? It's okay if I borrow him for a night, isn't it? Gonna cry?" Hooper was surprisingly and unusually speechless. Of all the ways that night could have ended, this was probably the least likely. I'm sure his vision of the night's end involved both of us fighting over the toilet to puke in. That wasn't far off from what I was thinking it would turn out like either. "A shot for the road, then?" she said with a sadistic grin. "This is my last drink," said Hooper with the slightest hint of a depressed and jealous frown. "Early to bed, early to rise, Hooper. It makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Didn't your mother ever tell you that?" As I said it, I knew I shouldn't have. I had driven all this way to see him, and he had requested time off of work to hang out with me. He got that far away, I just got dissed by my friend look, and I thought for a moment that I might just tell the girl I'd call her later. Foolish thoughts. What would we have done? Taken a few more shots of Dewar's and passed out at the dining room table? Hurled more insults at one another while playing cards? Why was I even thinking about telling this girl I wasn't coming home with her? What was wrong with me? Was it my conscience that made me do these mental gymnastics? Some aspect of psychology I had no way of understanding without an advanced degree? "You look like you have to take a nutty shit, you fuck. Wipe that stupid look off your face before I stab you in the throat with a soldering iron." Leave it to Hooper to effectively and immediately expose the brevity of any situation. He knew which one of the two of them I wanted to spend the evening in the company of. "I'd like to see you try it. Maybe you'll see how fast I can gouge out your eye with my thumbnail." I shot a glance at Jasmine after I said it, just to see how she would react. "Plus, you'll have to go through me," she added, crossing her arms and attempting a threatening gaze. "Oh, fuck, wow. I'm definitely scared of you, munchkin. Fucking A, you better suck his fucking dick for free. He doesn't have any fucking money." There he goes again. "I'll do a whole lot more than suck his dick, little man. At least he's got one to suck." She ran her tongue across her teeth. This girl was going to fit right in. She reached into her bag for some lip gloss and just stared at him with a grin while he fumbled for words. Jesus, whore, you've got a set of balls on you. You'd choke to death on my salami. Careful, dude, she'll cut your dick off in the night if you don't keep an eye on her. I'll bite it off, she said. She mimed a chomping motion, like she was biting a banana. She put her arm around me again as she said it, and we all had a good laugh. Let's get breakfast in the morning, huh? Good luck with Foxy Roxy, I said. He doesn't need any luck with her. She's a fucking slut. Yes! Hooper's smile grew, and he added, I knew it. I wondered how Hooper might approach this. He was a pro, after all. Maybe he'd just pound drinks with her until they got a hotel room across the street. He had money to burn like that. Maybe they'd split early and go back to his place. Maybe she'd play him and her pimp would come show up and break his legs. This part of our evening was the exact point where you know things are going to dramatically change. You can always tell. You may not see it coming at first, but you always know when the night starts going your way. There's a change in the mood, a shift in the general atmosphere, a tingle in the shaft. You can see possibility rolling out in front of you like the open road. Hooper felt it too, it was certain. He knew time. He knew the rhythm of the road, the way of the adventure seeker. We were looking for the American dream. It wasn't a goal, it was a way of life. The American dream, we later found out, was nothing but a state of mind. It wasn't a thing, it was a concept. Let's stay a while. I want to meet your friend. I was glad she had said it in a way. We could get a bit more drunk, and Hooper and I could together take hold of the evening's reins. That's the spirit. We need more drinks, Hooper said before he slammed the last of his gimlet, nearly falling out of his seat as a result of the exaggerated gesture. Let's find a table and get a pitcher. There's no sense taking shots to the head if we want to have a sensible conversation. Were we to continue at such a pace, we would surely be thrown out of the bar and vomiting in the gutter. We had to maintain for the rest of the evening, and that meant beer. Beer takes longer to drink and takes up more space in the stomach. It's easier to pace yourself when you're drinking beer. We grabbed 2 pitchers of Miller Lite and found an out-of-the-way table near the bathroom door. The table had stencil-painted stars and moons that glowed under the black light suspended just out of reach. Roxy! What, bitch? Roxy had just rounded the corner. Come drink with us! I'm up again in 10. Fuck you, slut. Come drink. Fine, I'll have one. She took a seat and eyed her beer. What was your name again? Roxy said to me. I'm the Vagabond. You're here visiting Hooper, right? Yup. I'm here to find the American dream, shoot it in the neck, and hang it up to dry. What does that mean? Hooper laughed. Nothing. Don't listen to him. He's insane. The American dream is a convertible in the driveway, a white picket fence, a straight marriage in a church, 2 kids with good grades, and a job that doesn't make you want to shoot yourself in the head. I started to protest, but Jasmine beat me to it. I think it's a great journey that only ends when you're dead and buried. It's a dream, but only one that you can just barely reach. It's what keeps you reaching higher when you're down on your luck. She looked at me as if for approval. Right, I added. The need to go the next mile. The endless pursuit of the next best thing. What's in front of you and not what's in the rearview mirror. Unless it's the cops, said Roxy. Ha! Hooper nearly choked on his drink. I gotta get ready. She got out of her chair and turned to leave. Want to take me to the lounge when you're done? Hooper cocked his head to the side and grinned. Sure, honey, I'll find you. I'll be waiting. She walked to the dressing room and later emerged wearing a nurse's outfit. Hooper looked mildly disappointed. He must have really liked that schoolgirl get-up. She was still a... What had he said? A fine piece? Yeah, that's it. He'd ravage her, or she'd ravage him, however you want to imagine it. Ravaging would happen. There usually isn't much supervision in the VIP lounge. Maybe they just fuck there, too impatient to wait. He was good like that. He could talk anyone into anything. Hell, he had woken me up and convinced me to go to a strip club with a $20 cover. He just had a way with people. He was really convincing. You about ready? Jasmine asked me. I'm always ready, I said. Good, my car's out back. I'll hit you up in the morning. Don't lose your fucking phone. My keys are at your place, I said to Hooper. Fuck you, get out of here, I hate your face. Hooper laughed and watched Roxy get on stage. Breakfast, I said as I walked away. Get the fuck out of here. Jasmine put her arm around my shoulder, and I grabbed her waist. We shifted and bobbed out of the bar, playfully trying to knock each other over. Brock smiled and nodded my way as we walked out the door. What I was going to say back there at the table when Jasmine interrupted me was, I think the dream is like the road. It's always going somewhere, but you could turn off of it at any time. Find a new road and take it. See where it goes. It's the uncertainty of the future and the hope for a better one. The dream is everywhere, all the time, waiting to be made manifest. As we walked out into the humid summer night, I saw a line of storm clouds on the horizon. They glowed vibrant pinks and purples in the setting sun. The ubiquity of the dream was all around me, even hanging off of my shoulder. I saw the main nerve. I was sure I was right. I was sure that's what it was. It had to be. I would have bet a fortune on it. The American dream was everywhere, sending out lines, waiting for me to take hold of one. I got into Jasmine's car and she turned on the radio. More Lady Gaga. I love this record, baby, but I can't see straight anymore. I fucking love this song! She reached down and turned it up. Her car speakers were blown. They sounded terrible, like flatulent apes farting and grunting to the beat. I wondered if Lady Gaga had found the American dream. Just dance, right? It'll be okay. There's truth in there, right? Why is it that you can hear a song on the radio every once in a great while, and it seems like some DJ in a greater dimension put it there just for you? It's the true power of music, I guess. The mystique that drives us all to shell out our cash to see these people, buy their records, and have a piece of them, to own. That's all ours. Your own memories of the first time you heard that song, and all the times you heard it after that. Just hearing a line or two can bring it all back like it was only yesterday. Music is an aspect of the American dream. Ever onward, always changing, adapting to new ideas and technologies, always maintaining a piece of the past. Capturing moments for people and serving as a trigger for memories they otherwise wouldn't keep on the top of their minds. Music is bottled emotion, ubiquitous and familiar. It captures a mood, a scene, a memory, and a dream. I like to listen to the radio when I'm on the road. Instead of having ultimate control over what you hear, the radio tends to throw things in there that you never would have expected. It's the most current snapshot of our culture, the voice of our collective consciousness. Where to, Captain Jasmine? Anywhere but here. I like the sound of that. She drove us west, toward the wall of the storm clouds. The pinks and purples faded to the ashen grays and moon-shadow blacks of a stormy night. Raindrops began to fall on the windshield, a gentle and steady drizzle. There was no lightning, no thunder. It was a peaceful rain, not a violent one. A calming and refreshing rain. We silently listened to the radio and smoked cigarettes in the dark as we drove off to the next adventure.